everyone. So this is going to be a Sims 4 Redneck Trailer Park series.
And on the third day, God created the Remington bolt-action rifle so that man could fight the dinosaurs.
Alright, so let's begin here with Create a Sim. We have our first Sim in this series. Her name is Dixie Joe Fanny. She's going to be our teenager Sim. So she's going to be the one just like your typical basic teenager living her life, but she lives her life in a trailer park. So she's a little bit of a backstory. Basically, she grew up in a household with just her dad, and now it's her and her dad living in a trailer park, living their life, doing their thing, and we're going to see what she does. So here are some of her basic outfits for her everyday, formal, activewear, sleepwear, party wear, swim, hot and cold. They're just your typical teenager outfits, besides the little twist with the overalls and stuff to make her a little bit more redneck, a little bit more of that hillbilly lifestyle lived in the trailer park. She doesn't necessarily have anything name brand. Most of her clothes are more cheap, kind of the Walmart kind of outfit. That's what she likes to wear, or that's what she can afford to wear. So you see her in a lot of plaid. She always has her cowboy boots on. And then we're going to get into a little bit of the story with her to see just exactly how her life plays out. So we're going to see what she does, who she meets, who she interacts with, and I think it's going to be pretty funny in terms of your typical hillbilly lifestyle. So we're going to see who she has romances with, see who she interacts with. And I mean, I think if she's your typical hillbilly, you'll see some things a little bit like this.
You did not just say that. What? He's a good kisser. He is your cousin. Yeah, but he's my first cousin.
So things can get pretty wild. So we'll see what she does and who she interacts with and where she goes. Pretty much everyone in the trailer park is related to one another. And she is a teenager, so let's see what kind of trouble that she ends up getting herself into in this series. I think it'll be really fun to watch and see what actually happens to her. So that's pretty much Dixie Joe Fanny. So now we're going to move on over to her father. And her father is Billy Bob Fanny, your typical hillbilly name. He's just a fun-loving guy. He's fisherman. He loves fishing. He loves drinking. He loves camping. Anything outdoors, you name it, he's done it. He is just your typical father that likes to be a funny, goofy hillbilly. So you'll see him doing some fun things. Most of the time you'll see him kind of outside, living his life, and his goal is pretty much that he wants to learn everything about the fishing career. He wants to be the top fisher. He wants to know everything he possibly could. Well, we'll see how it goes, and we'll see how well he actually advances in the fishing career, but he has a lot to deal with. It's pretty hard raising a teenage daughter. He finds her in a lot of trouble and has to deal with all of that stuff, but this is his typical look. He's big, he has his hat, he isn't, in fact, the cleanest kind of guy. He's not that neat, he's pretty lazy, and I think for the most part we can all agree with this.
I smell like beef.
So that's Billy Bobby Fanny in a nutshell, and we'll see how his life plays out while we go through this series. And of course, I had to give them a pet. I had to add a cat, which I designed after my own little kitten. Her name is Zoe, but in this series, we're going to call this kitten Maribel. So moving on to one of the other members of our trailer park, this is going to be Colton.
You need more toys here!
For the most part, he is going to be the young guy that just moved into the trailer park. So he actually isn't related to anyone on the trailer park. He's a military guy, works for the military, decided to move into a trailer park. He doesn't really have any other family. He's living here. And he's also our conspiracy theorist of the game. He knows that there's something going on with the neighborhood. He knows there's some sort of suspicious backstory, and he wants to find out what it is. So he typically just hangs out in the trailer park by himself, minding his own business and just doing his own thing until he figures out what the story is. And last, this is Tammy Adams. She is the sister-in-law of Billy Bob Fanny, and she is just wild. She's a party animal. She wants to be the life of the party. She's insane. She's a clubber. She has the head ass trait, which means she's going to do some stupid ish during this series. And yeah. So we'll see how she plays out and what she ends up doing.
Them hugs and whatables got me feeling good!
Oh, great, Linda!
Wow! Juice me again!
But that's pretty much it for this episode for Create a Sim. Tune in more to see the rest of the series play out. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment below telling me some of the crazy things you'd like to see.